Hey guys and gals on YouTube, how y'all doing? Dave Floyd here, and we have Lego set 4184 2011, the Lego Black Pearl. It's actually been sitting here for a while, just haven't gotten around doing anything with it because of just work schedules and everything else. First up, the minifigures. Beautiful Captain Jack Sparrow. Note the full printing. The color blocking is not too bad. It actually works pretty good. Sometimes there's some issues with color blocking where it transfers from one to another. Let's go ahead and turn them all the way around. We do have printing on the back despite the hairpiece covering it. We have an alternate facial expression. Always cool to see those. And I really like the Cutlass model, the mold. I think that's really great. Okay. And then let's go to what has become the key part of this set, Davy Jones. The printing along the hat, the unique beard mold, which covers printing on the chest piece, torso, the leg, the claw hand. Again, the beautiful Cutlass. When we come around to the back, you'll notice the printing is on the back. The hat is a separate piece. You'll note there is no printing on the back of the head. Could there have been? It'd been a little bit tight. I do believe the hat would have covered it, so I think it could have done it, but really, what other expression would you have? It's just mostly his eyes anyways. So I think that's fine. Joshua Gibbs is our third figure up. I like the mouth, this sneer. Waistcoat looks great. The basic gray legs, I think, works fine. And again, we have the Cutlass. And we also have the sheath. Printing on the back. This hanger, I'm going to call it the hanger because technically a scabbard would cover the whole blade, but this would be the hanger. If it was a bandit, it'd be called a frog. Anyways, I really like this piece. I think it really is an attention to detail that I would like to see brought back. And I see, here we're going to run to one of the problems. I want to show the back printing on the head, but his head pulled off. So there's a front expression, which I rather like. And then the more surprised or certainly terrified expression, I think works good too. And this hat piece does cover, hairpiece does cover it nicely, and it looks really well. And then let's go up to Marcus, which is definitely unique, and I really like the molds used on the pistols. They have a curved blunderbuss opening to them, and it's pretty nice detail indicating the striker mechanism. I imagine they could be percussion. They would look more like percussion. They would probably open mold if it was actually flintlocks, but I think it's great. Interesting detail just overall. Really works really good. I like the one I closed. And this is just a headpiece, the hammerhead shark headpiece here. These figures are old. There is no secondary face, but you have the barnacles and you have the detail here on the back. Crustacean detail. It's really cool. And let's go to Will Turner, who has, I checked him for cracks because the clutch on his feet is not good at all. But I think it's just wear. These figures were all played with. This is a set, belonged to someone, and then it came from another eBay reseller, so it's been in hands a few times. Did have one broken piece on, which I've already ordered. There's the sword hanger again. I really like that piece. It would be so interesting to make that for Star Wars to hold a blaster, I think. Just a beautiful figure. This might get me kind of into the Pirates of the Caribbean. I like the primary and neutral face. This face here actually works really well too. I love the printing on the back. Just overall a really nice figure. And his joints are extremely loose. If he was on display, he probably wouldn't be standing up so good. Somebody really played with him. There's a lot of wear in the leg joints. And then, last but not least, Bootstrap Bill. The starfish, the barnacles, the plain legs. Could they have printed more? They could have, but I like the flavor of 2011. I like the whole era, Clone Wars and everything. Beautiful printing on the back. Some algae growth up on the shoulder here. And just a good, pleasing look. Once again, the hanger I keep talking about. And we don't have a second face, however. We do have really, really decent printing. And it is mostly covered, ironically. So that's kind of interesting. But, you know, it's fine. Okay, now let's get to the Black Pearl. And I'm going to show the good side, I guess. The good side meaning that it doesn't show much. But this candle piece here, which is actually a dark brown telescope, have the flame, but the telescope that was with the ship is cracked in 2 places. So we are experiencing some dark, brittle brown. Let's go with the aft view. We do have this non-functional flag piece, which is the rudder. Improved definitely on the most recent one, but remember this is from Dead Man's Chest, not from Curse of Black Pearl, so we're going to get the good figures, or the figures like Davy Jones will come in this set. Now, one thing to note is somewhere in the past ownerships of the ship, it should only have 2 cannons, so the best you could do would be have 2, and these are firing cannons. There's no room because there's stairs here, which we'll get into that in a moment. But Lego shipped it with only 2 cannons, so you would actually need 4. Someone did add 2 of the cannons somewhere in the past ownership of this ship. And these cannons could be removed, and these would go flat, but they don't have wheels. They're blocked in. Attention to detail on the railing, I think, with the cone pieces really looks good. Come up to here, and they do count this as a minifigure, but I mean, it's part of the ship, so. Yep. And you know what? I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just going to leave it the way it was. You saw it before it fell. It is easily removable. We'll get into that in a moment. It's just Lego. This is just fine. By the way, it uses a large bottom pieces to make the ship, so. But I think it works fine. And they got the black colors really good, and it just works. So, you know, we have, and you didn't see me move the cannons, so we know we have 2 cannons here. And these pins indicate these are the firing ones. We just put like a 1x1 stud, not a stud, but a round brick, and line up the hole. It has to have the hole. It can't be the solid one. And the hole will slide over the little rod, and then you pull the back part of the cannon back and it'll fire. I've done videos on firing cannons. I'm not going to do it here. Nice detail the ladders and steps, and I really like these pieces. And these are necessary to keep the mast straight. And while we're on that, this front mast has a tendency to lean forward a little bit because we got stress from this forecastle mast right here, from the front mast here. So just be aware, Lego did put this plate in here. Without this whole thing will tend to tip or sag very, very much so. And from here you can see the missing candle piece here. Now, these side panels here, by the way, they actually open up, allowing a full view of the inside here, including your compass here. It's a compass and a telescope. We use it for map reading back in the day. There's an empty bottle and there's a map, a simple seat. It's simplified, but I think it really works, and I really like the overall details and the curvature. The railings, attention to detail, has the little feet pieces here like you would see on the Ninjago skeletons. It's just really good detail, really beautiful model. Now, let's see if I can do it this right way here, or if it's going to be a big mistake. There's a map piece, and there's a door. There's a little barrel here with fish and another cutlass. These draw back. And there's an anchor on a chain. I really can't show this now because there was a railing on here, but this is the simple lid, that rear forecastle lid, I think they call it, goes on the back. So there's a brown door that opens and closes, and the door is actually minifigure size. And then here's the steps that come down, and which of course block where the other cannon hole would be, because it's blocked by stairs. It would be cool to have all 6, but then you'd lose the stairs and you'd lose a really good look to this basic ship. I think it looks good though. And these right here are not attached on the back half, but it works. It's all falling apart now. It's old clutch power we're dealing with. Man, oh man. Should I reshoot this? I don't know. It's just, a lot of these old pieces, they start losing their clutch. But anyways, I really like the way the details and the designs look, and the curvature. Really, I would recommend it, but it's quite pricey. I was going to piece one together till I realized that these sails were almost impossible to get, and a few people who had them wanted a ridiculous price for them. So I don't know what to do on that. Anyways, here's a rear sail here, just so you can see it. It just snaps down into here, and that's your rear build. So it's not that big of a deal. Oops. Like so. Just like so. It just drops down. Like so. But anyways, appreciate the views out there. It's a great community. Until next time, y'all stay safe. Ciao.